number 8 is taken from the A-level past paper, January 2012, C2, differentiation topic. Figure 3 shows a flower bed. Its shape is a quarter of a circle of radius x meters with two equal triangles attached to it along its radii. Each rectangle has length equal to x meters and width equal to y meters. Given that the area of the flower bed is 4 meters squared, show that y can be written in terms of x. So first let us find the area of this flower bed, and in order to find the area we need to look at the flower bed, the figure of the flower bed. It's made up of rectangle 1 and rectangle 2, and both these two rectangles are equal, and 1/4 or quarter of a circle. So the area of all this flower bed is made up of pi r squared over 4 plus 2 times length times width of the rectangle, which is the area of the rectangle. So in order for us to remove or to replace the length, it's x, and the width is y, so this is 2xy. So this is what we have here. So the area of the flower bed is equal to 4 meters squared given, and we found that this is the expression of the area. So now we need to have y as the subject and the rest on the other side in order to reach what they want us here to verify. Therefore, using algebra, we're going to start first by taking this to the other side. It becomes minus. Then we take the common denominator, so it's 16 minus pi r squared over 4. Then we divide by 2x, and this would be the answer, which is the same as what they want from us to reach. Now in part B, hands show that the perimeter P meters of the flower bed is given in this equation. So let's go back to the figure. In order for us to find the perimeter, we have to find first the length of the arc of the quarter of the circle, and then add to it this side x, and then add the y, which is the length of the rectangle, then add another x, then add this y, and then we have, I got mixed up with these x lengths. So this is the y here. So from this side it's a y, and this side it's an x, and this side is a y, and also this is a y, this is an x, and this is a y. So actually the perimeter is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 y's plus 1, 2x plus 1/4 pi 2 pi r, where 2 pi r is the value of the circumference of the circle, or the value of the perimeter of a full circle. You divide it by 4 because we have here 1/4 of a circle. So applying this formula here, we reached this value. P is equal to 2x plus 4y plus 2 pi r over 4, and we know that r, which is the radius, is equal to x. So instead of r, you directly remove it and write x. Now using algebra again, we have to we have to evaluate in order for us to find the value or to find an expression for P. But here we have to pay attention that what they want us to reach doesn't have a Y, and here you have a Y. So the variable Y is replaced by the expression that we just verified, and then we start working or using algebra in order to reach what they want. So we replaced here Y by its value that we previously found, and then we start taking the common denominator. After that we separate the fractions and we simplify. Then we would reach P equal to x plus 8 over x, which is what they want us to reach. Part C, use calculus to find the minimum value for P. Now in order to find the minimum value, we need to write P prime equals, or to find the derivative, equals to 0. So we have P equals to x plus 8x to the minus 1. Then to derive P is going to be 2 minus 8x to the minus 2. Then we put it equal to 0 and we continue our algebra. So in here we reached this equation, and then we start solving for x. Then we get 8 over x squared equals 2. Therefore x squared equals 8 over 2, which is equal to 4. Now I need to find the value for x, so it is plus or minus 4, because you take the square root. In order to solve for x, you take the square root of 4. But we know that x is a length, so we take the positive value for x, so it's equal to 2 centimeters. So we finished. So we want the minimum value for P, so we need to replace what we found in P. So replacing what we found in P, we are going to get, let me write it here. So P is equal to, we found that x is equal to 2, so P is equal to 8 over 2 plus 2 times 2, so P is equal to 4 plus 4, which is equal to 8 centimeters. So this is supposedly the value for the perimeter, which is the minimum value. In part D, find the width of each rectangle when the perimeter is minimum. Give your answer to the nearest centimeter. So y is the width. In here, y is the length, y is the width, and x is the length. So we need to find y for the minimum perimeter. So since we already found x, which is 2, and we proved that it gives us a minimum perimeter, and we proved it by taking the second derivative, and when we replace x by 2, we get the value greater than 0, and when it's greater than 0, the second derivative is greater than 0, it means that we have the minimum value for P. Therefore we need to replace x, which gave us the minimum value of P, in the equation of y. So y is equal 16 minus pi into 2 squared over 8 times 2, and using your algebra you're going to get the value of 0.215 meters. Changing it to centimeters is going to be 21.5 centimeters, and they want it to the nearest centi. So to the nearest centi we take it as y equals, we round up, and it's y equals 22 centimeters. Now why have we changed from meters to centimeters? because they wanted the answer in centimeters and the given here is in meters. So be careful for this change.